A giant coronavirus on wheels, made out of trash? This is the InsideEdition.com coronavirus news for April 24th, 2020. An artist in the Indian city of Chennai turned a rickshaw into a mobile coronavirus warning system. This virus rolls through city streets warning people not to spit or litter to help curb the spread of the coronavirus. The contraption is made mostly out of recycled plastic bottles.
So this thing has to be stopped. So just in order to tell this major point, I created by means of using the plastic bottles and waste materials.
Firefighters in Italy used a snow cannon to blast disinfectant through villages in the Alps. Usually the cannons are used to make snow for ski slopes. But in the age of the coronavirus, the powerful machines are helping make towns safer from the deadly virus. In Belgium, a company called Ramadan is looking to encourage safety with a so-called social distancing bracelet.
The functionality of the bracelet is very simple. When somebody wears the bracelet and comes too close to another wearer of the same bracelet, it starts to vibrate. And the only thing the wearer has to do is to go step back to ensure he's in a safe distance.
Safe distances and virus-quashing measures are being observed during Islamic holiday of Ramadan. The month-long holiday began this week. At a mosque in Bosnia-Herzegovina, workers sprayed disinfectant. Even so, most congregants will be staying at home. But a group of skaters and dirt bike riders in Southern California is challenging the idea of safe distance. Officials in San Clemente buried the city's skate park in 37 tons of sand to discourage people from gathering there. But the nonprofit that manages the park said the city didn't announce the measure in advance. And the sand seems to have had the opposite effect. Dirt bike riders weren't discouraged, and a group of skaters gathered in the park with shovels to remove the sand and continue skating. Another individual who is disregarding stay-at-home orders is this salon owner in Texas. Inside Edition's Ann Mercogliano reports.
This woman says she is preparing to break the law. Shelley Luther is vowing to open up her beauty salon in Dallas at 9 a.m. tomorrow, despite the state of Texas ordering all non-essential businesses to remain closed.
Why are you opening your salon?
I'm behind on my mortgage. I know that a lot of my stylists haven't paid their mortgage payment. It's either come in and make money to be able to feed your families or sit at home and freak out.
Have you had moments where you feel guilty? Maybe this opening of the salon could actually spread the virus.
I don't want anyone to get sick, and I don't want the virus to spread. It will be one of the safer places for people to go instead of going to Walmart or Home Depot.
Since news broke that she's defying the order, the small business owner and mom of 3 says her phone has been ringing off the hook with people who want their hair done.
How concerned are you that you're going to open and the police are going to come?
I'm prepared to, take on that if it does happen. I hope it doesn't.
The state of Texas tells Inside Edition if we receive a formal complaint, we will open a case that will be investigated. There are 19 stylists who work at Salon a la Mode. Luther says they need to get back to work immediately. Luther says she'll have strict precautions in place for both workers and clients.
All the stylists really have latex or flannel gloves that they use. These are extra. We have a mask that each stylist will get that they will wear.
Luther could face serious consequences for opening, including a possible $1,000 fine and even up to 180 days in jail.
No one wants to go to jail, and we hope it doesn't come to that. But if push comes to shove, and that's what happens, I'm willing to take that risk.
Now, InsideEdition.com's Amara Montalbano reports on a group of essential workers during the pandemic.
So we've been seeking out and talking to people who are still going to work amid the coronavirus pandemic. We talked to a woman named Andy. She's a zookeeper at the Cincinnati Zoo in Ohio, and she works in the cheetah encounter there. Now, she says the zoo has been pretty lonely because there are no guests, but the cheetahs and all the other animals there still need care. So she's one of many zookeepers who are still showing up to work to keep the animals entertained and fed and just healthy and well until the zoo reopens and guests can come back in. But she doesn't really seem too bummed out about it. As you can tell, Andy loves her job. And even though people can't go to the zoo right now and see the cheetahs and see Fiona the hippo, they can visit the zoo's Facebook page, where the team there is doing these home safari videos, keeping all of the animals' fans up to date on how they're doing. Now let's see what Johanna Lee is working on.
There's a new coronavirus treatment that calls on people who have recovered from the disease to donate their convalescent plasma, which would be given to struggling patients, and the hope is that the antibodies would help them better fight off the virus. Lucas Estock, who lives in New York City, was interested in donating. He was really sick in March with a fever, dry cough, but somehow he fought it off and said the experience just made him want to help others. He reached out to Mount Sinai and they deemed him the perfect candidate. He tested negative for the coronavirus, but he still had the antibodies to fight against the disease. After he passed all the screenings, he went to the New York Blood Center to donate, and there, he accidentally let it slip that he is a gay man. Just like that, they told him he couldn't donate. Lucas knew that historically there were restrictions against gay and bisexual men donating blood, but the FDA updated their guidelines earlier this month to say they would be loosening those restrictions, so Lucas didn't understand why he was being turned away that day. When I reached out to the New York Blood Center, they told me his donation couldn't be accepted because their computers needed to be updated, which Lucas said was just not an acceptable response.
There are over 2.7 million cases of COVID-19 worldwide and over 190,000 deaths. For more on the coronavirus pandemic, visit InsideEdition.com.